Hey guys, this is Clay. I've just got a quick video here kind of talking about armor-piercing bombs and naval RB. And in this replay, I'm actually on a custom battle arcade mode. The reason for it is because this is me just experimenting with the armor-piercing bomb, kind of seeing the viability, whether or not I can pierce the deck of ships, whether Gaijin even implement it, the ability for armor-piercing bombs to do their job, essentially. And what I found is that they actually did. Armor-piercing bombs do work. They're just not very good, and that's the unfortunate reality. Is that when it comes to anything larger than a light cruiser, with some exceptions, this 1,600-pound bomb that is on the BTD armor-piercing bomb will not be able to penetrate the armor. I tried it at speeds of 400 miles per hour, but bombs drop at terminal velocity anyway. So if you drop it faster than terminal velocity, it'll just slow down due to drag. So you're really not gaining anything from trying to go faster when you're in a dive. You also want to dive on a ship at an extreme angle. We're talking 80 degrees or greater, because you want to have a perpendicular interaction between the bomb and the target. So the angle of impact needs to be like 0 degrees, because we're really fighting for penetration values here. At least I am with this bomb. Because what I found was that ships with greater than 25 millimeters of armor, you're just not punching through them. So this is again just me just kind of like proofing concepts. If I drop the bomb at a low angle, will the bomb tilt itself and penetrate the ship, things like that. So we'll go ahead and skip through here, because I do want to get to the part where I actually did make contact with a ship. And it's a really interesting interaction, and I feel like it deserves some good looks here. It's kind of a weird one, because a Su-25 kind of messes up my results, but we can still kind of extrapolate what happened and be able to determine like that the bomb did in fact penetrate the ship and did explode and kill it. So on this drop here, we freaking missed on the battleship, so that's unfortunate. I'm hoping that one would go where I want it. Alright, coming up to it. Alright, here we go. So on this one, I lined up on a light cruiser or a destroyer. I'm not sure. I think it's a destroyer actually. It's an Emden. And what is off camera is actually a Su-25 who has lined up his bombs as well onto this target. And we're gonna go ahead and slow it down and go to free cam and get a good look of this Emden, because this can be kind of confusing at first, but I'll go ahead and explain it as it's occurring. So we'll go ahead and get this. Oh god, I need to get the spectator camera a little bit more oriented or whatever. I need to get the controls right. All right, so we'll go ahead and press play. We're just kind of waiting. We're waiting. I want to keep it slow because I don't want to miss the interaction here, so I can describe it to you guys and we see what happens. So here's the Su-25, and what you can see is he's already dropped his bombs, and although we're not going to see the actual penetration or like contact of these bombs, because I think I was lagging in this server, and so everything was just kind of behind a few seconds. I want to make sure I don't miss my bomb, because this part can be really confusing as well. So there's our bomb right here, and what you're gonna see is the Su-25 is gonna hit right around here with his bombs, and my bomb is gonna drop basically right here at the end of the boiler room. And so our bomb has disappeared. We're not getting a camera that's explaining to us that we penetrated the ship, and I believe that's because the bomb literally went through the stack, the smokestack on this ship, so it never penetrated per se. And it is on. I have like a 10-second timer on my bomb. And the reason for that is so I have plenty of time to turn around and kind of get a good observation of the explosion and what's happening. And so then our Su-25 player right there just goes ahead, he bombs the ship, does a lot of damage, and we do end up getting the kill. So he set the Emden on fire there. And then we're going to go ahead and go to 1x speed because I want to get that kill cam so that we have that in the replay here. And so a fire starts immediately, and there goes our bomb. So that was our bomb that went off, and that's the damage we caused on the right there. And so what essentially we saw was a successful bomb, a successful armor-piercing bomb going off and just finishing off the kill. And I think what happened here specifically is because we hit that last smokestack, it was right next to the auxiliary ammo, and it just basically killed the ship. So it says crew knocked out, so we may have also finished off the crew. It's hard to tell exactly how much damage we did, but it seems like we did a lot. So I was pretty happy about that and satisfied with the interaction there. But I would like to see you guys kind of post and tell me what your experience is with the armor-piercing bomb, whether I'm wasting my time or not. Pretty well feel like I am. It doesn't seem too effective or realistic to use, unfortunately. We'll go ahead and back out here because I do want to show you guys some of the armor values and just kind of explain like my experience so far with using armor-piercing bombs. Don't judge me. I am very broke, but that's because I play basically almost always sim, and I did just buy a bunch of aircraft. So anyway, so I want to go to the Pensacola, which is actually another ship that I did perform a strike on with the armor-piercing bomb. What I found was essentially this, despite the fact that it's only 25 millimeters, was enough to stop the bomb from penetrating. But the explosive penetration of that bomb is like 78 millimeters. So it's really hit or miss with the armor-piercing bomb. And there seems to be this weird interaction where the bomb will initially hit the target. And sometimes if it hits armor on the ship, that's what I wanted to look at, was whether the Emden has armor on the top. I would think so, but it's not always the case. So yeah, okay. So I think my prediction of 20 millimeters of armor is probably accurate. So yeah, we hit this rear portion, and we have external armor on. Yeah, so I think what happened here is that the bomb basically landed, it went through the deck and just landed on the bottom portion of the ship because there's actually no deck armor. There's just this immediate anti-fragmentation armor that's below the deck. So that's why we didn't get interaction, and that's why we did so much damage when the bomb finally... Yeah, and there's the auxiliary. Is that auxiliary ammo? No, that's radio station, transmission. Yeah, no auxiliary ammo, but it just seems that we just did enough damage to just basically cause a massive explosion and kill off the target. So, again, yeah, just armor-piercing bomb seems to be effective against your light cruisers, but anything greater than 25 millimeters of armor on the deck, and just forget it. I dropped a couple of armor-piercing bombs on this Admiral Hipper, and the only success I could find was dropping a bomb on these like side angles, like right here. As well, other ships dropping the bomb like at the rear on the aft section of the ship, and the reason for that is because it's actually wider. So if you want to hit their guns, you're going to have a better chance of hitting the guns on the aft section than you are on the front section, just because it doesn't taper off as much towards one end. So you're going to have a little bit more room with your bomb here than you are over here. Also, there's just less clutter. So anyway, guys, that's really all I got. I hope I don't take too much of your time up. I can be a talker at times, but I hope you enjoyed the video, and tell me what your thoughts are, if you've tried the armor-piercing bomb and what your results were, etc., etc. Thanks.